Justin?
Rassie, I think maybe just as a starting point, just positives obviously out of the game, and then maybe the things that you felt did not go wrong.
Not wrong.
If there were any that
Didn't go wrong.
yeah. So
Didn't go right, you mean?
didn't go right.
Okay, yeah, no, I got you. Evening, everybody. Yeah, obviously those couple of tries that they score very quickly after each other. Again, a yellow card is not a nice thing. The discipline there. But I think we have to remind ourselves that it's been months, 6 months since we've played together. And it was kind of puzzling guys into the mix, not knowing when the Stormers will be available, when the Bulls will be available. So I think we have to keep that in our back of our minds. So I think the cohesion wasn't 100%, to be honest with you. And then, yeah, we scored 80 points, which is nice. But we also know the Barbarians are a team that were flaunts together. They had 3 training sessions. So also makes it difficult to analyze them and know what they're going to bring to the party. And they certainly score 4 or 5 really great tries. So we'd like to eliminate that and be better as a unit when we play England.
One over then Steve?
Siya, in the week or yesterday you joked that you're nowhere near reaching your twilight playing days. How did the legs feel today to start for another season, another year at that pace? Does it seem easy enough?
No, I was, I was fine. I was fine. It just the later the game goes, when we allow the other team to let them play, they want to play. It becomes a bit harder. But I felt good in the game. I don't know. Coach will tell me after when we watch the game. But yeah, I thought we played. Then when at the beginning the way we wanted to play, you could see, and then we had weak moments. Or as soon as we got up a little bit higher, So yeah. But as in general, I felt good in the game.
And Russ, how did you feel about the kind of things you were taking a look at? Kieran at 10, for example, and then also the guys that you brought in.
Yeah.
Leading their first.
Yeah, funnily enough, I think one of Kieran's strengths is his defense. And the first try was the guy just who ran over him and obviously conceded a try there. But the nice thing was he didn't take him off focus. And in the game, he certainly had some wonderful passes, creating tries for guys. Kicked really well to touch. And I know the one ball he did that kick over the dead ball line for touch. But this is what this game was for, to sort out a few problems, to get some answers and more problems that we got in the game. So overall, I thought he did really well. I think Vusi also is a really calm guy, and I think he's really impressive. So yeah, I think he impressed us as well. So happy with Kieran. A guy like Riley, 19, 20 years old, playing a full match against grown men. That's not easy. I think Paul did well when he came on. So Evan was good. Who's the other guys? I thought Faf was decent when he got back into the mix. On the SA side, obviously Stocker ran the show there, but I really thought they did really well. It's difficult to gauge how good Zimbabwe really are. But I thought they stuck really well to their structures the whole game. I thought they were really impressive. It's now for us to cut the squad to 40, 45. And that's going to be done tonight. So, yeah, overall, I think boxes ticked. Can't moan about the attack when you get 80 points. So obviously, the thing to have to moan about is defense that we will have to sort out.
Hi, Rassie.
Hello.
I just want to know, is there any update on Franco Mosterd's injury?
No, there isn't. I'm worried about his ankle. So it's an old story. He's going for the scans tomorrow, and hopefully it's not too bad. So it doesn't normally come off the field if it's not too serious.
Coach, just speaking about the younger players, what does this opportunity do and for the confidence of the likes of Riley Lowton and Vusi to be a part of the Springbok squad before they go on to the 20 World Championships? And also, what does it mean for the South African rugby pipeline to be able to have these guys coming in and integrating with the Springboks?
No, look, the positive is that last night for the Bulls, there was probably between 15 and 17 players that's in our mix. I think that's my math's correct. 15 players that could have played for us. Thomas du Toit wasn't here, who can play for us. And then we played a side against Zimbabwe, and yes, I think there's talent. Luan, the fullback. There's so many talent, and the pipeline is really great, and it's credit to SA Rugby and the structures there, because we're really getting a bunch of players at the top level. When they come into our system, it's like they're not scared. They don't sit there with big eyes and they're really calm, and I think that's a compliment. So I think it bodes well for the future, and certainly if we don't do well, we can never moan it's SA Rugby's fault or the structure's fault. Probably be a coaching thing or a player thing. So I think we've got a green patch at this stage.
Rassie, obviously I know you don't judge players on a single game. The Bulls didn't do very well last night. But is there concern in individuals like Andre, perhaps in some form there that you, when the guys come into camp?
It's tough to point fingers at somebody when he plays at his franchise, and you've worked so much with him. I myself, since 2018, 2017, worked with him. Some guys in some structures, I don't know, Sharks didn't do really well this year, but when we get them here, of course, we know what we have in them, and we know how they understand our game plan. So it's difficult to sometimes pick from franchise form. If you know what I'm saying, it's difficult because don't know the setup, the team spirit, what happened in that week. Are the guys all in sync? Are they all happy? So and Akkers is such a great coach, but obviously Andre didn't shoot the lights out, but he's never not done it for us. He's always been solid for us. So it's difficult to judge that. I mean, obviously a lot of people has a lot of comments about that. We know what he can do. He's 31. He's not an old guy. Why would he all of a sudden play badly? Is there injury? No, there's not an injury. So maybe it's just one of those 1 or 2 weeks that it wasn't great.
Rassie, how would you, obviously the old cliche, take a game by game, next game now just build up into England. How would you assess the depth after looking at today's performance and you've been with those guys in camp? How do you assess the depth at hooker and at
Well, at hooker, you've got, I'll rather name it to you than we decide together. So like Malcolm, we have Grobis, we have Setu, which we think has a bright future. Andre Ugu, we had JJ here, we can Marco van Staden can play. So that's 6. That was in the mix this weekend. So Malcolm is fine, Grobis is fine, Jan Hendrik can play hooker for us. So I think our stocks at hooker is okay. Obviously, Bongi is a guy that moved out of the system now purely because he hasn't played for 4 months. We haven't seen him on the rugby field. So the moment he's fit and can play and can do the fitness test again, it would be lovely to do a fitness test with him and see how he goes. But so if you count only Bongi out since the last 3 years, Bongi is the only hooker that's out of the system. And Hendrik can play there, and Marco can play there, and what's his name, Andre Ugu can play there. So if you take when we played in the World Cup final, and it was 2023, Dion Fourie. We had only Dion Fourie and Marco. Bongi went off in the first 5 minutes, and we were okay. So our hooker stocks at this stage is better than it was in 23 and 24 and in 2019. Locks, certainly I think is well documented or spoken about. But Riley came through the whole game, and he played against men today, and he trains against Springbok players. Now, Sos is hopefully not too bad. Ruan played for the Bulls last night. Curtis Visa is still there. And then within our group, Loot is in the group. So Eben is ready to play. So when you see lots of injuries, you don't always look at the backup that comes through because they're not settled and they haven't played a lot. So I think we're okay. I think we're in better position than many other countries, so I can't mind.
Last question.
Siya, you look very sharp today. Just from a leadership point of view, it's fair to say that your leadership transcends rugby. A lot of people listen to you. And the fact that Bafana is still in the World Cup to play South Korea next week, are there any words of encouragement for that final World Cup?
Well, they did, obviously, I understand the people of the country where it was a tough first loss. They weren't really happy, but the way they answered the second game, I mean, the amount of attacking they did, but they just couldn't get the opportunity and fought till the end and obviously got the penalty. I really believe they have it in them, and I think like we don't always get it right. Like our first game in the World Cup, we lost against New Zealand, so we just need to get behind them because I know for a fact that Ronwen and his team are giving their best at all times. So let's just be as positive as we can. Let's get behind them, and for them, I can't tell them what to do in soccer, but what Coach always tells us the other team can't outwork you. The intensity of the game, that's really important, and I'm sure they know, because I know as South Africans, like coach will tell us, like they want to see you work out. They don't want to see you give up. You know, it must always look like it must be a fight. It mustn't look like a fight. So that's all I can say from my side, but I can't talk anything technically. And then obviously all the best to the women's cricket team as well, who came back and won the second game. They're also doing their thing, the Laura and the girls. May they also do well.